In my first Breath of the Wild 2 theory video, we talked about Ganon being a playable character, Link using the Sheikah arm to absorb malice, and of course Link losing his hair bow. Since then, we've got about 7 more seconds of footage that we can unwrap. So naturally, in this video, we're going to talk about some more theories that we have made up for Breath of the Wild 2. What's up guys, welcome to the channel. It's Dusty, one half of Our Radiant Gaming, and today we're going to talk about just that, some more Breath of the Wild 2 theories that I have found. Also, just a quick disclaimer, these are just theories. These are not confirmed by Nintendo. These are just things we as Nintendo fans have made up with what we've seen that we think would be cool to see or that we think we are going to see in Breath of the Wild 2. Our first theory though is one that does seem pretty likely, and that's whenever we see this new 7-second clip of Link literally pulling out his Master Sword, a lot of fans have noticed that the Master Sword is actually glowing blue. And due to the fact that a lot of fans think this game has a lot of Skyward Sword themes and that Skyward Sword HD was released a few months ago in light of Breath of the Wild 2 being released, what a lot of fans are saying is that Fi is back. And if we're being completely honest, it does make a lot of sense. At the end of Breath of the Wild 1, Zelda does say that she can no longer hear the voice in the sword. And with the sword looking this battered, could it mean that Fi is actually guiding us through Breath of the Wild 2, all the while trying to restore the Master Sword since it does look so battered and bruised, and literally to me looks like it's completely melted or corrupted? And when this theory started rolling around, a lot of fans were like, but the sword already glows blue whenever it's around malice or anything affected by malice. And that's 100% true. And in this specific scene, I'm not 100% sure what that means. Is there something evil around this? Is Fi talking to Link in this scene? And to me, it looks like he's showing the sword to the yellow orb to maybe restore it. Like he's been on top of this landmass and he has found this orb and he's restoring the Master Sword by showing it to this yellow orb. So could that mean that Fi will guide us around in Breath of the Wild 2 to go to these different landmasses and different dungeons to restore the Master Sword? And I've seen one fan say that they think that we will go to different dungeons, all the while gathering pieces to restore the Master Sword. Now to me, the Master Sword doesn't look like it's broken. It looks more corrupted, like I said earlier, and kind of like it's corrupted by evil in my opinion. But could it mean that we will actually go through those dungeons to restore the Master Sword, not technically by pieces, but just restoring it with each dungeon we complete and more yellow orbs we gain, all the while Fi is guiding us through each area to show us exactly what to do? And that's a pretty cool theory, a theory that I think with the new 7-second clip that most fans are on board with, and most fans are actually saying, yeah, I think Fi is coming back. That would be awesome. But of course, we could be completely wrong because that's the fun of these videos, is they are just speculative videos. Our next theory is actually pretty interesting as well. And it's a theory that's been around even before we got this new 7-second clip. But unlike the Ganon being a playable character because we didn't see the face of the long-haired character, and then the 7-second clip comes out and just ruins that theory, this theory could still possibly be true. Who would have thought that a 7-second clip would have changed everything we know about this game, but it actually did. This theory actually states that you will play as Zelda on the ground and Link in the sky, making Zelda a playable character. And before you write this off, this theory actually comes from IGN director Justin Davis. And Davis actually even points out the fact that the old trailers that we have actually show Link running around on the ground. But his theory is that the Link that we see running around on the ground in the first 2 trailers we got is actually just a placeholder Link so that whenever the game comes out, they didn't spoil Zelda being a playable character. And we know that this game will take place a lot in the sky, as we've been told multiple times. And this new 7-second clip actually even proves that even further, as Link is on a sky mass when he pulls out this Master Sword. So here we have Link in the sky. Could it be that Zelda all the while is on the ground, able to be a playable character? And then another thing that could confirm this is that in an earlier trailer, we do see Zelda fall. This only further raises suspicion that the two are actually separated and you will get to control both. And we also heard in the delay announcement trailer, Eiji Aonuma actually says that the world will go beyond the sky and then the land that we got to explore in Breath of the Wild 1. What he meant by that, we're not entirely sure. A lot of fans have speculated underwater exploration. I personally kind of hope it's more of underground exploration, like in caves like we've seen in the very first trailer. But of course, we just don't know what he meant by that. Either way, it sounds awesome. A part of me really wants it to be that the world has actually expanded wider past the map we had in Breath of the Wild 1. I personally think that would be awesome, and I would love to see an even bigger map than we had in Breath of the Wild 1. And this actually just paves more pathways for people to be like, yeah, Zelda's a playable character on the ground. This is totally possible. As we clearly have more exploration to explore, even than just the land and the sky, according according to Eiji Aonuma. And I know a lot of fans have wanted Zelda to be a playable character for a long time, and I personally can't say that I'm 100% on board with this. The whole Link on the ground in the trailer being a placeholder thing is kind of far-fetched for me, but hey, it could happen. These are trailers and they all the time mess with our minds, and when the game comes out, we are completely proven wrong. Then our third theory is something that is literally just as big as this corrupted looking Master Sword, and it's actually literally just Link's arm. Now, Link's arm being a different arm and having like a Sheikah arm instead of the Sheikah Slate is no new thing to us, as we have seen this in the past trailers. But with this new 7-second clip, we actually see an up-close look at Link's arm. When Link pulls out the Master Sword in this 7-second clip, we not only see the Sheikah arm as we've always seen it, but if you really look up close to his hand, if you watch the past trailer and compare this Link hand when he pulls out the Master Sword compared to the Ganon hand we had in the other trailer, they really look similar. At this point, it's almost like Aonuma is literally memeing us. What I think has happened here, more than, Ganon's arm being severed or something and then merging to Link's body, I don't see that happening, but hey, it's possible. I personally feel that the hand that was holding Ganon with the green stuff flowing out of it has actually merged to Link's arm whenever he got attacked by the Malice. When Link gets attacked by that Malice, it's not a good time. Something crazy definitely happens after that Malice attack. And if you look really closely at the hand that is holding Ganon, it actually has pretty much the same resemblance as the hand of Ganon and the hand of Link whenever he pulls out the Master Sword. Also, not to mention that the gold bangles on the hand that holds Ganon actually literally looks almost exactly the same on Link's arm in this new clip. And in the old trailer, you actually see a part where this mysterious hand actually grabs Link and stops him from falling. So I definitely think something has happened with this arm and Link's arm after the Malice attack, as even in the trailer, we see Link's arm with glowing green stuff, literally the same color as this mysterious arm that is holding Ganon. Also, not to mention that if you zoom in on the part in the 7-second trailer that a lot of us were thinking was the Triforce on Link's hand, it's actually not. It's actually just a bunch of squiggly lines. What do these squiggly lines resemble though? They actually resemble the green stuff that is floating around in the 2019 trailer that comes from none other than this mysterious hand that is holding Ganon. And that arm to me has always really resembled the Twilight. And when this new clip of the Master Sword and Link's arm up close came out, both my wife and I were like, oh my gosh, this looks even more like the Twilight than it did before. This just further proves the Twilight theories that have been out there about Breath of the Wild 2 for years because of this new 7-second clip. A lot of fans, however, have pointed out that some of these symbols actually look a lot like the Zonai. And if you're sitting there wondering like, okay, who the heck are the Zonai? They are, in short, a mysterious tribe that disappeared years and years ago in Breath of the Wild. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, it's way too much for me to talk about in this one video. I have a video I'm going to link in the description from another YouTuber that is super awesome explaining the Zonai and linking all kinds of Zelda games together and linking the Zonai together. And it's just mind-boggling. If you'd like to check that out, definitely check that out after this video. And also just to throw this in there for free, whenever I first saw this imagery of the 7-second clip of Link standing there, his awesome tattoos, him pulling the sword out, the sword being literally corrupted looking, my immediate thought was, oh my gosh, Link is corrupted and dying. Link is having to race against time because he is dying. He is being overtaken by the Malice and he is slowly dying. Which actually kind of lines up with a theory that my friend Mark and I made in my past Breath of the Wild 2 theory video. If you'd like to check that out, I'm going to throw it up right here. Definitely be sure to check that out as well. I really kind of thought that theory may have been far-fetched, but if you kind of think about it the way we described it in that past video, it really doesn't seem to be that far-fetched. And I mean, since Breath of the Wild 2 is a sequel to Breath of the Wild 1, the same way that Majora's Mask was a sequel to Ocarina of Time, what's stopping them from making you race against time? That's all I have for today, guys. Definitely let me know what you think about all of these theories in the comment section below. If you have any other theories, definitely drop them down there. I love reading about these and just seeing everybody's crazy, awesome theories and then finding out if we're right or wrong whenever the game actually releases. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. Also subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss a video. My wife and I do also stream over on Twitch, and the link is in the description if you'd like to check that out. This is one half of Our Radiant Gaming signing off. Everyone have an awesome day and God bless.